Hi, I'm back, and this time it's with a special video. In honor of the Ukrainian people and their valiant fight for freedom and to preserve their freedom, and because their president, President Zelensky, paraphrased Churchill's "We shall fight them on the beaches" speech, I thought this would be a good way to honor the valiant and brave people of Ukraine by reciting the finale of Churchill's famous speech. So here goes. Hope I can do this justice. And by the way, I have to forgive the glare because I need these glasses on. I won't be able to read it without them, and my memory's bad because I'm old, and I won't be able to memorize this. But I have gone over it enough to where I know how to read it right. I hope. Let's see. Hopefully, like I said, I can do this justice. So let's get on with it. The British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause and in their need, will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. Even though large tracts of Europe and many old and famous states have fallen, or may fall, into the grip of the Gestapo and all the odious apparatus of Nazi rule, we shall not flag or fail. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. And even if, which I do not for a moment believe, this island, or a large part of it, was subjugated and starving, then our empire beyond the seas, armed and guarded by the British fleet, would carry on the struggle until, in God's good time, the new world with all its power and might steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old. Few words have inspired a nation more in its time of need than that speech before the British Parliament when Churchill stepped up and rallied his nation against almost insurmountable odds and kept the Nazis at bay until America finally did enter the war. And then, of course, we helped to liberate Europe and came to the aid of our allies. It took a while, sadly. And hopefully that example of delay is not brought to fruition this time. Hopefully the Ukrainians get the help they need to defend themselves against almost insurmountable odds. Because they need it now more than ever. And they need their country back. And hopefully they will be able to drive the oppressors out, the aggressors who would oppress them, and be free of this grip of insanity that's going on. And be able to return to hopefully have a nation of peace and love. Because that's the only things that really matter in life. Love. and the peace and joy that comes from that love, which unfortunately some people don't quite understand. All they understand is greed and power. And that's part of the reason why we're in this, isn't it? Greed and power. And wanting to land grab, because Ukraine is a breadbasket, supplying 15% of the world's wheat, up to 15% of the world's wheat. That could help out the Russian economy a great deal, don't you think? And I believe that's the reason why this is going on, so that Russia can have something other than oil, which is not going to be there forever. And so, might as well get ahead of the game and get some wheat and hold that over everybody's heads, huh? At least that's my theory. They tried to get a little bit of a grip on Europe with their oil. I'm pretty sure they're going to try and get a grip on a lot of the rest of the world with the controlling interest, 15% controlling interest in the world's global wheat production. So, it's one way to get back into becoming a global powerhouse. Take someone else's land and grow a bunch of wheat on there. And I believe this is what it's all about. So hopefully Ukraine can keep fighting and drive back the invaders. Because, and hopefully the Russian people will see that their leaders are faulty in their thinking. And it doesn't matter how much wheat you have if you sell your soul to the metaphorical devil. If it comes down to it, that's what it's all about. Power. And it's an illusion. Never lasts. The only true power is love. Everything else is just transitory. So try and hold on to as much love as possible. And have a great one. More power to the Ukrainian people. Wear my yellow and blue in their honor. So take care in love and peace and carry on as best you can.